Hi, I'm Lisa Rabino.
And I'm Shannon Surgener.
And we are the Durham Duo
with SimpliHOM.
So thank you for coming to our short-term rental seminar. I'm Lisa Rabino. This is Shannon Surgener. We're the Durham Duo.
And we're super excited for all of our guest speakers that we have tonight for you guys. Lots of good, valuable tips. We know a lot of you have said to us that you're interested in purchasing an Airbnb in Nashville, just some kind of investment. And so we thought this would be a really cool event to put on for you guys, just so you can get some information and figure out what's going to be best for you moving forward as an investor. So we're going to get started with our first guest speaker, Bill Rabino. He is the VOCE sales rep in Nashville. This is the first Condotel in Nashville, so it's super exciting, and I'm going to let him tell you guys more about that. So,
Great, thank you.
There you go. You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Meet you. I'm Bill Rabino, and so VOCE, it's the first condo hotel in Nashville. There are many around the country, but typically in resort locations or destinations, and we're the first here. So it's a 25-story building on West End Avenue. You know, it's really, I think a couple words come to mind to describe a condo hotel. First is blend, condo hotel, hotel residence. And in this case, it's a blend of 194 residences in a hotel building that also has 116 hotel-owned hotel rooms. They sit on top of each other, so there are 116 hotel rooms and then 194 hotel rooms that are owned by residents. And so that blending, it also is a blend, I would say, of kind of lifestyle and investment, because you have the ability to enjoy it, especially here, you're local to it. You could spend a certain number of days there or evenings and treat it as, for the purposes of the amenities, the hospitality, the security downtown or near downtown, midtown. But also, it's a true investment. It acts like a short-term rental in that you are able to use the facilities, like, for example, in this case, it's a true hotel. So you don't have to worry about housekeeping taking care of your unit. You don't have to worry about the person that shows up and can't get through the key code access, because you got a front desk downstairs and a concierge to take care of that. You also don't need to worry about permitting because it's part of a hotel. So you're really just identifying nights that you're staying there, and the rest will go back into the hotel booking portal. And you don't also have to worry about the marketing of it because it's handled as the promotion within a hotel. The guest won't know whether they're staying in a hotel-owned room or a resident-owned room. But as I mentioned, flexibility, blending. But the flexibility is you can choose to stay as much as you want, and also all the kind of the heavy lifting that goes into short-term rentals is taken care of for you. If you choose to be part of this, one of the things that will go into your minds will be, well, what view do I want? And it's really fun to kind of look around and say, okay, we're heading out west towards Vanderbilt, the lights of the stadium. We come around to looking further towards the north, looking down 18th towards Charlotte Pike and St. Thomas Ascension, and then coming down towards downtown. State Capitol building still visible. Eventually, some of this will be built up. We have Music Row, and this is all from the 19th floor. Lisa or Shannon, when they take you to our sales gallery, if you wanted to see what the 22nd floor is, we have every floor by drone, so you can go through and pick your exact view.
Lending Hand Mortgage. We thought he'd be special to speak tonight because he actually purchased one of the Condotels, and he does the financing for them as well. So he's the perfect person for this seminar.
Condotels are very unique, especially in Nashville, but they are amazing because, as you're looking at investments, you're always looking at ways that you can make the most amount of money. And so Condotels have been kind of that spot for us. It's that opportunity to maximize our cash flow and also enjoy all the benefits of real estate. I wanted to talk about building your wealth with short-term rentals and Condotels. Why do people like short-term rentals? Well, here's a couple of reasons why. Well, you might not know this, but short-term rental properties are actually easy to qualify for. It's a very hands-off approach. Okay, you don't have to do a whole lot, unless you want to manage your own properties, you can, but it's a great hands-off approach. There is more profit, there's more cash flow, and there's high capitalization rates. But you can build a business with the purchasing of investment properties, the purchasing of short-term rentals. The really cool thing about buying short-term rentals is the ability to create a business. For instance, if you say, okay, I don't have enough money on my own, but I want to grab a couple of my friends. I want to grab the resources of multiple individuals. You can. Well, next week you could say, okay, now we've created our partnership. We've created our LLC, however you want to set up your business model, and you can purchase a property with no income documentation. Well, some say, okay, well, where do I get started? How do I get started? Who all in here owns a home? Most of you, I would say, probably own a home, and most of you probably have quite a bit of equity. Okay, right now the equity stance in the market is $177,000 per household. Now it might vary amongst some of you, but $177,000, which means that you can take out an equity line, you can do a cash out, you can pull money out of your current home to purchase an investment property. I've given you an example of long-term versus short-term rental, and as you can see, I use $400,000 for each of them. Long-term investments are going to have a little bit lower interest rate versus short-term rental rates. So as you can see, I use 6.99 today for long-term, down payment of 20%. The monthly mortgage payment is $25.25 a month. Okay. Now, if we take a look at the short-term rental, the interest rate's a little bit higher. The down payment is the same. The monthly payment isn't a whole lot more. Okay, it's $26.91. If you take a look, the rental income on the long term is $2,800 a month. Short term, $5,697 per month. So as you can see, there's a little bit more profit that you can take from a short-term rental property. There's many ways to qualify. Okay, you have full documentation loans. That means you're going to supply income documents such as pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns to qualify. Okay, we have bank statement loans. So if you're self-employed and you can't necessarily show income the traditional way with tax returns, we'll actually look at your bank deposits and we'll look at that over a year period of time, and then we'll use a expense ratio to determine what your expenses are, and that's the income that we'll use. We'll also do a 1099, so if you have a 1099 pay, we'll use 1099s, we'll use a profit and loss, we'll use asset depletion. So if you have a huge chunk of money, let's say you've got $500,000 or $1 million saved, whatever it might be, we will actually divide that by 20 years, and that income is what we'll use to qualify you. But the biggest of them all that we utilize the most is called a DSCR loan. That's debt service coverage ratio. What it means is you're using the rental income that the property is going to make you to qualify for the mortgage. So as long as the rental income is sufficient to pay your mortgage, that's all you need.
Alrighty then, let's get ready for our next guest speaker, DJ Tosh. He is going to tell us about Airbnbs. He is a Airbnb property manager and how he assesses whether or not an Airbnb is a good investment. So super excited for this one.
Real estate mixes feelings with facts. So you want to start to develop your intuition for what that actually means. So you're going to look at the imagery that you can get in front of yourself. You're going to pull that up online. You can walk the street, Google Street View. If you have the power of being physically present, then get there. That if you are part of a team that relies on you to be the one who's present in Nashville, that's a value that you can add. Being there is unparalleled. So if you can get to 2122 9th Avenue North, that unit right there in the morning, you're going to know what a guest experiences when they arrive. If you go there at 10 o'clock at night, you're going to know what a guest experiences when they arrive. And we, as the property manager, then have to deal with both of those realities.
Okay, so this is the final guest speaker, Jeremy Forsyth, our tax CPA. He's here to share some insights on tax strategies for investing.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm here to talk to you about tax strategies when it comes to rental properties. and how it can offset some of your ordinary income or not, depending on your situation. Short-term rentals are subjected to two different types of state and local taxes that long-term rentals are not impacted by, and those are sales and use tax and hotel and occupancy tax. And those rates will change based on the location of your rental properties within the state and local rates. At a federal level, though, state short-term properties are treated as a commercial property. So when you think about short-term properties or any kind of property, the way that you get the expense from that property is through something called depreciation. So when you buy an asset, the way that you expense that asset on your tax return is through depreciating the value of the asset over the life of the asset. So for a residential real estate property, like a long-term rental, that's going to be 27 and a half years. Short-term is going to be over 39 years. So it does increase the depreciable life of your asset a good bit.
We want to thank you so much for all of your expertise and volunteering your time to come out and talk with our neighborhood.
And thank you all for coming and joining us tonight.
Yes,
Hope
thank you so
guys
much.
are leaving with something new in your mind tonight. Maybe planted something, I don't know what
Yeah.
it is, but hopefully you are taking away some new information. So thank you guys.
Thank you.